July 11th, Self-Less Active. Honestly, probably the quote-unquote easiest day of the test week this week, just because you're practicing your weightlifting movements and doing a little bit of upper body strength training. So you could tell Monday was mixed upper pushing and endurance testing for the most part. Still test of your breathing and capacity, but for the most part, I would say all our clientele from the scores and the RX scores that I've seen, it's still going to be upper body relative strength in terms of the pull-ups and the push-ups. So it means strength relative to your body weight, right? So how do you get stronger? You got to get stronger for your body weight with the body weight movements. For some people, they get lighter, they just get naturally better at those movements. That's just common sense, okay? Yesterday, July 10th, was a test of your mind and a test of your capacity and your ability to produce power for a high amount of time, okay? That is something that we can continue to improve on. How you pace that was probably super important to how you finished it. And from what I've seen, you guys all did very well. Doing the single unders isn't a bad thing because it's now it's a test of your actual ability. Now, in Wednesday, the squat snatch. This movement is very challenging for a couple of reasons. The technique doesn't even really matter for you if you can't get in the bottom of the overhead squat fluid and comfortable and do it. Once you warm up, do it without thinking, okay? So if you're somebody that can snatch the bar very fluid and you're getting more comfortable with it and the bar stays in a good position, you land on the heels and you just feel comfortable, you're gonna push yourself today and you're gonna challenge yourself. Now, I can almost guarantee you what we're gonna notice though is once it gets a little heavy, because a lot of you guys are getting super comfortable with, snatching 55 pounds every week, no matter what complex, snatching 55 pounds. That's fine, but in order to get better at more loading, you're gonna have to learn how to go heavy. So what's gonna have to happen is you're gonna have to learn how to get really big, fast, and really fast under the bar. Now, getting under the bar for beginners is very challenging because it's a mental thing. It's a little bit scary to throw a bar over your head and drop underneath it and catch, okay? Remember, you're only at that point if you can grab the bar and show me an overhead squat without leaning forward or like your shoulders look like they're gonna break in half. Now, if you struggle with this movement because of two reasons, I'll tell you why. Well, it's like 2.5 reasons. Your lower body limitations, ankles and hips. So if your ankles don't flex over your toes very well, you're not gonna be able to sit upright, which is not gonna allow you to keep the bar over your head, okay? Same thing with your hips. If they don't really open well and you lack internal or external rotation of the hip and you can't sit really deep, but your ankles do flex, that could be an issue as well. The bar could drop forward. Now, I think some of you guys are there, but I think a lot of us are actually in a position where our overhead position, our shoulder flexion, our ability to put our arms over our head and keep our rib cage down is the issue, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put some stuff that you guys can do in the warm-ups before you come. Sarah's going to have these warm-ups for you guys as well. But this is something a lot of you guys, if you know you struggle with this and you really want to get better at overhead squatting, you can do at home, okay? And that, honestly, 3 times a week, you're gonna notice a difference in your movement, okay? So shoulder flexion, okay? Maybe some of you guys have tight pecs, so stretching the pecs, stretching the lats, but we're gonna work on that position overhead, okay? And then the ankle stuff that you can do at home and the hip stuff that you can do at home. I'll post a bunch of links below this video blog, okay? Now the hang clean. This one, I'm actually a little bit more confident in everybody being able to push it a little bit, okay? If you've been front squatting for a long time and you've been doing cleans with us for a long time, you can push this. This one, above knee. The key to success, if you have a really good fluid clean and catching it in the heels and not catching, resetting, finding your balance, and then front squatting. That's different. That means you need way more technique work. But if you're confident in getting up and getting under with the bar on your shoulders really quickly, you can push the pace. Now, something to think about. If you're efficient at weightlifting and you've been squatting for a while, and a lot of you guys have been doing really well, for example, you're a client that has a 150-pound front squat. You should be able to hang clean 125 or more pounds to be efficient, okay? Roughly 85 to 90% to be considered efficient. If you can't, that means you just need to you don't need to get stronger per se, but you need to get more efficient with pulling the bar and dropping under the bar, okay? If you're someone that's still struggling with being fluid and dropping the bar because your ankles are tight and your hips are tight and you can't squat well and you lean forward, you're gonna practice doing that today. You're not gonna work to a heavy max and snap your back in half, snap city. We're not doing that today, okay? You're gonna get fluid. C, upper body pushing and pulling. We're continuing, basically it's just quote unquote fun bodybuilding because you guys need to get stronger here, you need to get stronger here. This will help you in a workout like Cindy, it'll help you guys get those skills that you want. Somebody wants their first muscle up, strict pull up, handstand push up, in a roundabout way, it helps with your toes to bar, you can see how this works. And then last part is just shoulder health. Our single Upper Scap push-up, we're just making sure those shoulders move because you guys did get a little bit of taxing stress on the shoulder on Monday, okay? All right, I look forward to seeing you guys move on Wednesday, July 11th. Use this day as a little bit of a mental reset day because it's not as intense as what's gonna come on Thursday and what was on Tuesday. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.